So time for us to bring our cricket expert Sunil Gavaskar into the show. Hello and good evening, sir. Virat Kohli says that this will take a while for him to sink in. Would you say that this was the biggest challenge for the chase masters so far?
Yes, I think certainly one of the biggest challenges that the team had faced, because this England team, as I said earlier, is not going to be the pushovers that the Test team were. They are a very, very good team. They're a very attractive team. They are a very exciting team, as we saw with their batting. But just like India's bowling can be taken apart, similarly, I think the England bowling can be taken apart, and that is the reason I feel that in the remaining matches, whether it is a T20 game or the two limited overs, 50 overs matches that are there, both teams will prefer to chase. One, of course, is the dew factor because of the 1:30 p.m. start, so the team batting second will not have to contend with a wet ball. The team bowling second will have to contend with the wet ball. But I think because of the strength of the batting, they'll prefer to chase.
Perhaps both the teams are listening to you, Mr. Gavaskar. While talking a little more about Virat Kohli, how would you describe this knock, a modern masterclass, particularly the way he got to his 100 with a 6?
Oh, I think a straight 6 is that. I mean, it was quite simply mind-boggling. There was, after that he played 2 shots where he just stood, and when I think it was Chris Woakes who banged the ball in short, he just rose with the ball and then transferred his weight onto the back foot, used the depth of the crease, and then hit it with a straight bat wide of long on for a 6 around the mid-wicket area. Both those shots were, absolutely eye-popping shots.
That would be the standout shot of the match today for you?
Get to see more of this.
That would be the standout shot of the match for you today?
Absolutely. That would be the stand.
Right, Mr.
That would be the standout shot. The 6 with which he got the 100, as well as that push.
Right. Would you say that MS Dhoni will be the happiest man today, given the way the transition happened and Virat won his won this match on his ODI debut, and he displayed almost Dhoni-like calm today in not getting bogged down when India were 4 for 63?
Listen, let me tell you one thing. If you're playing for India, you're always happy when India wins. You don't have to be the captain or the vice captain. Just being part of a winning dressing room is a feeling second to none. I think, when you win, the atmosphere in the dressing room is such a marvelous atmosphere. There's laughter, there's leg pulling. That's what camaraderie is all about, and that is what you actually miss when you finish playing cricket, when you retire from the game. So I think for Mahendra Singh Dhoni, having relinquished the captaincy and still being part of the winning side would have been fantastic.
Mr. Gavaskar, the win was possible because of one Kedar Jadhav, who was rightly given the man of the match also at the end of the game. He stepped up to the plate, and it was fabulous to see how he got a 65-ball 100 in his home ground.
Yes, actually when the statistics were being shown earlier, he was the one with the highest strike rate. Okay, he hasn't played as many matches as some of the others in the team, but I think he had about 135 strike rate. Virat and the others had 90 or thereabouts. And so we all knew that he was capable of playing the big shots. What the question mark was about was whether he was capable of playing the big innings. Because he's been, down the order, he's been scoring 50s, 60s, and just 100 against Zimbabwe. But today he showed that he can play the big innings as well. And what an innings. Again, along with Virat Kohli, he eased the nerves. At that stage, 62 for 4, India were looking down the barrel. He took the pressure off Kohli by scoring so quickly that Kohli was able to just work the 1s and 2s till he got to the 80s, and then both of them got even more aggressive.
Mr. Gavaskar, India is still unable to get a good start, a top order not firing. Do you think that there is a case of using MS Dhoni as a pinch hitter, making him open instead of giving him that sheet anchor role?
No, I think MSD is best suited at this number 5, or maybe now with Kedar Jadhav having shown such terrific form at number 6, where he can be the destroyer and the finisher as well. So I think that's the role. I don't think MSD should be batting up the order. No, I mean opening the batting. I don't think so. I think it is too early to tinker with the opening positions.
Mr. Gavaskar, a little discussion about India's bowling. I think there is some. There is a bit to worry about because we have almost forgotten Amit Mishra, the man of the series of the last series.
Well, this pitch was a very good pitch to bat on, so it was never going to be easy for the bowlers of both the teams, and that's what we found out. 700 runs in a day, and with 2 overs still left in 97, 98 overs. That shows how good the pitch was. So I wouldn't, be harsh on the bowlers. Yes, I think we still haven't got the Yorker right. We still keep bowling the length balls at a pace which is very easy for the batsman to hit the big shots. But today I think it was a very, very good pitch. I think the Pune crowd and those watching on television got marvellous entertainment.
One final question to you, sir. You spoke about 700 runs being scored today on this pitch and it was a flat deck. Time for ICC to take note of this, how the game is increasingly tilted towards batsmen.
Well, limited overs cricket has generally been tilted towards batsmen, but I think if you actually had a look at the boundaries today, I think there is enough scope to bring the advertising hoardings even further back, and therefore the boundary which is on the ground can also be pushed a little bit back. I think that might make life a little bit easier for the bowlers, because I understand that you have to keep a little bit of a distance because of the sliding stops that the players make. But I think there's a lot of scope to push the boundaries back just that little bit more. And I think then it might be maybe that you won't get 350s kind of scores, but you might get maybe 250, 270.